In this new chapter, I'm going to teach you how to create a basic e-commerce store. And again, the restaurant example is what we'll be using. So let's take it from the top. So people get to, this is the sales funnel. So people get to the welcome message, welcome to the restaurant, assuming they click food, they get to this block and it says this is a food block. So let's change this. Let's actually make it useful. So let's delete this text. And let's add, as I showed earlier, a gallery. We're going to move it up here. And of course, as I mentioned, you can add up to 10 options within this gallery, 10 items. But in this case, let's make it simple. So we're just going to add a pizza, as we did earlier. And I want to specifically show you in this lesson how to resize photos to fit Chatfuel properly in these gallery cards. So we're going to choose horizontal images and next. Now, you'll notice the issue with Chatfuel here is that the image, as I alluded to in one of the previous lessons, is not properly sized, right? You can see on both sides, there are these black bars. And in this example, it's not the best example because the pizza, the image still fits within the boundaries, right? However, if you have a bot that you're creating for a brand and you're getting images for their products off their website and they're not formatted correctly, say they have a skateboard or a longboard, better yet, and it goes outside of this bounding box and it gets cropped off, that obviously looks bad. So the solution to that is resizing it in Photoshop. Obviously, you can use any image editing software, but I prefer Photoshop just because it's most flexible. So let's solve this problem. So let's X out of that and let's go into Photoshop. And again, any image software will do. And I have this pre-made template here actually that has the proper size just for Chatfuel. Obviously, you can I see that I've done this once or twice with the hundreds of layers in here. But that aside, the dimensions that you want to use, I'll show you here under image and image size, are 1200 pixels by 675. Obviously, you can increase both of those numbers proportionally. For example, if you want to double it, you can do that too. But this is the basic proportions, the basic resolution image size that you want to use. So 1200 wide by 675 high. So let's go to File, Place, search for the pizza again, or whatever image you're looking for, and import it. So we're going to place that object. And of course here it's great because you can see that the image itself was actually a PNG file. So the background looks great. Everything looks fine. If you have a file that isn't a PNG, meaning the background is transparent, or if there's a different color background, you need to, what I suggest is use the quick selection tool here and shift click and it'll select it for you. And then for example, you can hit delete and assuming the layer is rasterized, you can then clear that ugly background to get it on, a clean white slate or whatever color you're looking for. So now that we have it cropped properly with the Chatfuel dimensions, now that it'll actually fit within the space that we have in the gallery, I'm going to re-export this as a JPEG file. So just export it to the desktop and JPEG, and I'll say pizza 2. Cool. So pizza 2, save. I'll save it with somewhat high quality. I'm going to get rid of this error message. And so now let's create the actual block here. And I want to show you the difference. So first we had pizza, just regular. Okay, so this is the before. It'll ask us to crop. So this is the before. You probably won't notice that much difference again because it's not the greatest example. But so here at least you can see, the pizza, the image is very close to the sides. And so let's say we want to have more of a buffer there. So let's remove the picture and add the example that we've cropped much better. And I've named that pizza 2. Import that. It'll ask us to crop again. And we'll scale it up. See, obviously now the bounding box is tighter and it fits the whole image. There's no excess on the sides, and beautiful. So now we have a perfectly cropped image. Again, remember the dimensions are 1200 wide by 675 high.